If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 12 of season number 2 here at West Ham United on FIFA 16. We start with a game at home at the Berlin ground against Arsenal. We follow that up with a game against Inter Milan, the final group stage game in which we need just a point to guarantee ourselves progression through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. If we lose, we're out. If we draw or win, we're through. So we know exactly what we have to do in that game, and then we'll follow that up with a game against Southampton as well. Now, the game against Arsenal is particularly important because of the situation in the league. As you can see, we're currently 5 points behind them. If we win, we'll only be 2. If we lose, we'll drop 8 points behind at Arsenal in the top 3, let alone what will happen if City and United both win as well. So just for our brief and low title chances, we want to at least make sure that we don't lose this game against Arsenal. So effectively, we don't want to lose against Arsenal, we don't want to lose against Inter, and then 3 points assertively against Southampton would be fantastic. So we'll jump straight in to the Arsenal game at home. We'll see what we can get on, or how we can get on. If you enjoy the episode, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. If we could hit over 1,000 again today, that would be absolutely superb as always. And subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't to this point, to ensure that you don't miss out on any future content or any content that has been gone up over the past few days you might have missed. Check the channel page for it, whether it be this series or the My Player series. But without any further ado, let's jump into the game against Arsenal. Comes Alexis Sanchez down the left-hand side. Nelson Semedo trying to catch up with him. Alexis went for the shot. Awkward angle to go for a shot from there, but I suppose worth a try with the defender out of position. Corner to come in from Santi Cazorla. Might actually be won by the defender. It was. Thankfully, Riedewald rose above Aaron Ramsey. Try and get the second corner free. I was still baffled by why Alexis Sanchez tried to shoot from there. Keeper's going to come and punch, and that'll get it clear. Take a quick throw. Get it to Jefferson. Although I've not really got many options there. We'll get back outside to Antonio. He's up against Chesnoid, and he's turned inside him nicely. We'll keep going here. Should have the pace, but has he got the strength to hold off the Frenchman? It seems that Chesnoid is marking him very, very well indeed. We could try and drop the shoulder. That's worked. He's gone down, and that will be a free kick. Good position for a set piece here. Now, Payet could put us 1-0 in front if we can get this free kick right. We'll put a bar and a bit of power on it. Too much over the top of the bar. Our first opportunity of the game from a set piece, but sadly I couldn't get it on target. Welbeck. Oh, Santi hits the post. Oh, and there's Theo on the rebound. Hits the post again. I don't know how that's not gone in. I do not know how Arsenal have not scored there. Santi with the shot from distance off the post. Back to Theo. It's the very, very inside of the left-hand post, and it goes across the goalmouth. That was ridiculous. I can't believe... I have no idea how it's still 0-0 after those two chances. Obiang's going to block that corner from... or block that cross from Alexis out for another corner. That was madness. They're going to go short again. This time I'll track with it. Maybe try and put them off. No, they're still going to do it. Payet. There's a decent cross. Keeper. Oh, finally, Alisson gets his hands on it. That was a real scare. Welbs to Santi. Alexis down the line. Ready and waiting for the cutback, which there it is. To Nacho Morel. Oh, fired it into the feet of Santi Cazorla, who draws a good save out of Alisson. Arsenal threatening again. Oh, goalmouth confirmation that previous shot from Theo didn't cross the line. I think we were pretty sure of that anyway. Going to clear that header with Lanzini, but only as far as Alexis. How is that for a pass? Calm down, Alexis. That was ridiculous. Lovely, lovely pass. Unfortunately for Welbeck, or unfortunately for Alexis, Welbeck couldn't put it in the back of the net. But fortunately for me, it's half time and we get a little bit of a breather. It's been all Arsenal in this first half. Through that top, gap to Obiang. Get the... Oh, ref. If that isn't a foul, how is that not a foul? He's literally just thrown him to the floor. Welbeck with a shot that's blocked. It drops to Santi, who puts it wide. That would have been quite the controversial goal if they'd have scored on the back of that Obiang foul. Luckily for me, Santi puts it past the post. Making a couple of changes. Payet coming off for... Leroy Sané, and Mbula coming on for Obiang. I'm going to move Lanzini to Cam and put Antonio from the left to the right, and then put Sané here on the left. So a little bit of a switch around. Antonio quickly involved. Ben Yedder to Noble will hit that first time. Not far away from that bottom corner. There's 15 or so minutes left to go for either side to try and find themselves a winner. Otherwise it's going to be a goalless draw here at Upton Park. Wilshere. Oh, that was silly to try and do some off-the-ball dribbling there. And Ben Yedder Could if we get the pass right. Playing Lanzini for the chance to win the game with 15 minutes to go. Manuel Lanzini with a strike and a half. Will even tease the away fans by celebrating in front of them. What a hit. Terrible mistake by Jack Wilshere in the middle. Doing the off-the-ball dribbling. Just left the space there for Jefferson to just run off with the ball. And then with defenders all out of position, Lanzini's in space. What a finish though. Great strike from the Argentine, powering that into the back of the net. Nothing Petr Cech can do. We are 1-0 in front. Noble, Jefferson, this space up wide for Sané. Although Wells is closing me down. Debussy, do we go around the outside of Debussy? We'll turn inside Debussy. Alright, I'm not really too sure where to go here. Sané just keeps running with the ball. I'll squeeze it through there to Ben Yedder. He's got the 5-star weak foot. We'll try it. Oh! Almost an exact carbon copy of the sort of strike that Lanzini put in, but this time Cech was on hand to make a decent save. Lanzini will take the corner. Talk of the devil. Cech comes and punches. Final whistle goes. We get a 1-0 win at home against Arsenal. That is vital for our top 4 push this season. Absolutely massive. I showed you the league table before we jumped into this one, and that is a big, big 3 points for us. We didn't really do much in the game. We were just able to pounce on the one mistake Arsenal made defensively and make them pay. Fantastic strike from Lanzini, a 1-0 win. Now we need to go and try and replicate that level of performance, and we only need a point against Inter, so hopefully we'll be through to the knockout stages of the Champions League by the end of the next game as well. This game only came 3 days after the one against Arsenal, so as you might expect, a couple of rotation players involved. Sané starts, despite coming on as a sub in the last game. Zarate up top with Barkley at cam. Hopefully Nathan Redmond can do some work down the right hand side for us as well. I'm keen to see what Inter's side looks like. Andanovic, Montoya, Ranocchia, Vidic, Jesus at left back again, which is intriguing. Medel, Kondogbia, Biabiani, Guarin, Perisic, Jovetic. I think that's exactly the same starting 11 as they played against us last time. So we'll try and replicate the result, because we got a draw against them last time, and that's all we need as a minimum to get ourselves through to the knockout stages of this Champions League competition. Byram into Redmond. See the run being made by Noble. Barkley will continue that run and will push into the box. And I want to try and get it to the man at the back post, but Biabiani's too quick. He's just so fast. There's no way we were going to pull away from him there. Do I give it to Sané? I'm not going to. I'm going to try and get it in the box. Redmond with the cross. Is that Noble underneath it? It was, but not a very good headed shot at all. Byram intercepts that nicely. Barkley can run through. We'll just try and get around the outside of Montoya if we can, although Montoya is very, very quick. So just need to find someone to pass to that isn't going to lose the ball as soon as they get it to their feet. Give it to Mbula, to Sané, to Mbula again. I don't know why I said Sané like that. Zarate to Byram, to Barkley, to goal. To goal! Yes, what a finish! Ross Barkley, 1-0 West Ham, 37-37 on the clock. It just floated. It was not really a shot I was confident of flying into the back of the net, but I didn't really have any other option but to give it a crack. So I decided to go for it, and it's just, there's no power on it. It's just floated over the keeper into the far top corner. The elevation on it enough for him not to be able to react in time. Perhaps he was expecting maybe a deflection off Vidic as he went up for it there, had to delay his dive, Handanovic. I don't know. Regardless of what the goalkeeper's thought process was, we've scored. Ross Barkley makes it 1-0 West Ham. Noble. Sané. Play Barkley around the outside. Had to force him a little bit wide there, but if I can quickly get it to Noble, or, you know, Zarate, if Noble wants to ignore it, and then Sané. She said his name properly this time. Maybe I should say Sané, because that led to a goal last time, and it nearly led to a goal this time. Handanovic with a save. Zarate has a second bite of the cherry at that chance. Well, he scored a cracker from distance in the last episode. Can he do the same again? No. Medel on a rare canter forward, but Redmond tackles Perisic. Then Perisic, rather nicely gets it to Jeffrey Kondogbia. To Jovetic. That needed saving as well. Awkward angle for the keeper to actually get down to that, but he's done really well. We'll stop Jovetic from having a secondary shot, hopefully. No, we won't, but he's thankfully put it wide of the post. Inter starting, is that a corner? Did it get deflected? It did. Inter starting to get themselves back into the game now. Felipe Melo has come on for Jeffrey Kondogbia, but that is going to be straight at the keeper, thankfully. Moves at Juan Jesus red quite easily. Byram, Obiang, Redmond, Zarate, Saido Berahino's ahead of me, but he's offside. Now he's on, and we've played him in. Surely this is going to be two. Saido Berahino into the bottom left corner. Martin Tyler summed it up pretty well there. He just went, no, no, no. And, well, they would have been the words that left my mouth if I wasn't completely gobsmacked that he shot that wide. Quick ball up to Bibiani. Could go for the 1-2 with Vidic. Has done. Was clean through. And the referee blew the final whistle. Wow. I mean, it wouldn't have made any difference if they had scored with Bibiani there, because a draw would have been enough. But we get the win. So we're going to finish second in the Champions League group. We're going to go through to the knockout rounds, which will, in turn, give us an extra £10 million boost to our transfer budget, which will be very much appreciated for the January transfer window, which is just round the corner. Well, we've got back-to-back 1-0 victories. Can we get another 3 points against Southampton? We'll find out. And yeah, out to Davis, whose heavy touch actually went in his favour, because I tried to read where he was going to go with the ball, and he went the other way because the touch was that bad. Now he's turned inside, and he skips past Noble, rides the challenge well into Gaston Ramirez, back to Stephen Davis. What a goal from Southampton. That was just too good. Lovely run from Davis, past a couple of challenges, and then to squeeze the ball inside that near post after the nice little jump there, then skips past the other, and to squeeze it back after the 1-2 inside that near post, to get it to bend in, because he aimed that outside the post initially, and it bent inside and into the back of the net, off the very, very inside the base of the post. Nothing Alisson could do against that. That was just an exquisite move and a fantastic finish as well. Well, after two 1-0 home wins, we're now 1-0 down away from home. To Wanyama, Cedric pushing forward from right back. If I can nick it off him, we could be in. Unfortunately, they're in. What is with Southampton and fantastic finishes? Gaston Ramirez, first time, just as Ross Barkley's goal in the previous game floated into the top corner. That one floated and whipped into the top corner as well, in off the woodwork. What a finish! What a finish! I'm completely taken aback by how good these goals that Southampton are scoring are. We had, or have, the best defensive record in the league to this point, but Southampton are picking me apart. Just quick, one-touch passing, and then that finish! That's dreamy! Absolutely outstanding stuff from Gaston Ramirez. 2-0. Mbula on the breakaway, but not really much of a breakaway. Good strength. Actually, we'll give it back to him. Can you keep the move going? He's up against Bertrand. He's left-footed though, Mbula, so I don't really want to keep going on his right. We'll get the cross in with Lanzini. That's a good cross. Oh, Ben Yedder. I don't know how he's won that header, but I wanted to pick the ball up and try and race back to the halfway line to take kick-off again. 3 minutes into the second half. Nice little move by Lanzini to get around the outside of the defender. Great cross. And how Ben Yedder has got the run on Virgil van Dijk there, I've no idea. There's a good 7 inches between them. Ben Yedder's like 5'7", Van Dijk's 6'4". Fraser Forster is 6'6", but it's the tiny little 5'7" man that wins the header and brings us back into the game at the beginning of the second half. This could be interesting then for the remainder of the game. Corner for Southampton, Tadic to take. We've made a couple of changes, but whether that will actually be enough to get us back in the game, I'm not sure. Thankfully, from Virgil van Dijk's header, this keeper makes a good save there, Alisson. We need to stop him from getting the opportunity again, although it's headed towards him again, but Alisson this time makes a good claim. Final whistle's gone, and despite getting a goal back at the very beginning of the second half, we have not been able to get ourselves a point from this one. A win in the league, a win in the Champions League, and then a defeat away from home against Southampton, unfortunately. Very even game. You could argue we deserved a point. You could argue we didn't deserve a point. When in the end we didn't get anything. So unfortunately a defeat against Southampton. City win against Spurs. That's going to extend City's lead over us at the top of the table. We've got Capital One Cup quarter-final coming up next against Crystal Palace. Be nice to get through to the semi-finals of that competition, and we are currently 5th in the league, 7 points behind Man United at the top, and then a point behind QPR in 4th, and still, despite beating Arsenal, now we've lost a game and the gap remains 5 points behind the team in 3rd, which is exactly what it was at the start of today's episode. So swings and roundabouts, we've just dropped from 4th to 5th unfortunately, thanks to that defeat, I don't want to be manager of Ecuador. Thank you very much. And we'll delete all of these emails. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. In the next episode, we'll have Crystal Palace, Cardiff and Newcastle and the run-up to Christmas. And then we'll be in towards the January transfer window. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button as well if you haven't already to ensure you don't miss out on any future content. But for now, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time.